Oh wait, no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 274 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it's here where I'm joined by my best friend Kyle to talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. Of course, this week we are breaking down the Summer Game Fest 2022 in its entirety. And, of course, talking about the highlights, our top games, and what we thought of the showcase as a whole. And, of course, how PlayStation was there. And, spoiler alert, they were there in a pretty big way, but not the way you may have expected. So, with all that said, and with all that out of the way, the greatest co-host, whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson, how are you, sir?
I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, man.
But also, I want to say, beyond to you.
Beyond to you as well.
Extra episode this week. Can I just say I'm loving getting to sit down with you more than just once a week.
Yeah.
This is what, third time this week?
Third time this week.
Yeah, and, it feels good.
It feels good. So for those of you who are jumping from the IGN Beyond podcast where you saw us to here, usually we talk about the latest and greatest in all things PlayStation each and every week. This episode's a little bit different because the only bit of news that we have is from the Summer Games Fest show. So we're breaking it all down. Usually it's also a little bit more interactive. We have a whole bunch of questions from the audience where you can write in whether you follow us at PS Trophy Room on Twitter or whether you follow us or in part of the Trophy Room Discord. So that said, this week is a little bit different, but Kyle, we were on our sister podcast Beyond. Yeah. And what a fun time that was, man.
It was a great time. Thank you to Jonathan Dornbush for reaching out to us. And not just even reaching out, but thinking of us at the last minute to fill those spots. So it wasn't just a Dornbush only episode.
Yeah.
Forever grateful for him to have us on what is one of the biggest weeks of the gaming year.
Yep.
And I just had an absolute blast. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was awesome. For me, I said this to you, over and over again. I was more excited for you as someone who's lucky to be on and have the clarion call me back again. I know how much it's important to you. This podcast really is started our love for podcasting. It's why the Trophy Room exists. So we are really forever in their debt. And
absolutely,
it got me thinking, because I know we get a lot of requests of like, how can I come on the show? I know someone that may, be interested or whatnot. And it's crazy for me to think that we are someone's podcast beyond.
I know. Every once in a while I think of that and it makes me smile. And it only makes me want to make the best thing every single week.
Yeah. And
to continue that love for making and talking about what you are into.
Yeah. Which is PlayStation, which is games.
Absolutely.
And for anybody new that's coming in, which we're seeing the numbers. Thank you again.
Yeah.
For giving us a shot. That's what the show really is. It's about two best friends talking about PlayStation and really not fanboying about it, trying to be critical, trying to have it through a passionate lens of we love the people that make these games. We're not going to tell you to go saw your Xbox in half or anything like that. We'll
never say that.
We'll never say that. We're never going to talk
That's
ill.
Just financially irresponsible.
Exactly. Yeah, more so. It's just, I mean, that's $500 down the drain,
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk ill about Xbox. We're not here to talk ill about Nintendo. We're just here to just talk about games. And I feel like, sadly, it's kind of refreshing because so many podcasts out there are that kind of console war jargon, and we're not going to ever do that type of stuff because that's just not who we are, man.
To be fair, we do little jabs every once in a while. But
yeah,
it's
but
all
like, they're
good fun.
They're all like
good fun.
They're legitimately funny.
Yes.
Like the Nintendo Nook is a fun time. All right, a Nintendo podcast.
Get your cardboard boxes out. We're going to a different reality.
Absolutely. So with that, guys and gals, thank you all so much. And for long-time listeners, thank you guys. Man, I'm just so appreciative this week.
Feels good.
This week was huge. Today, I've been in show after show. I streamed this with the Carpool Gaming folks, and then I watched it again with you. Now we're breaking it down here. So mentally, Kyle?
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy, I'm out.
Yeah, well, I worked a full day. I came home. I hopped on to 6-1 Indie stream for Devolver, which was a great show, like usual. And then we watched the Upload VR presentation.
Ooh.
Some cool little VR stuff. And then I waited very patiently, maybe not so patiently, to watch this with you because I, if you don't know, deleted Twitter and Discord and Facebook and Messenger off my phone.
And it wasn't for like a healthy reason. Like, this is not
it
good
wasn't.
For my mental health.
It was so I didn't get spoiled at all. And apparently, good thing I did it when I did, because Joe said 30 minutes later, a major leak happened.
Yep, major.
I'm so happy I did.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we get into it, before we square up the showcase, this is just a little bit of housekeeping. If you like what you hear, please consider tossing a 5-star review over our way over on Apple Podcasts and or Spotify. It really does help us out. It helps us chart. It helps grow this big, beautiful family that we call home here at the Trophy Room. And I want to thank our patrons who make this show possible each and every week. I want to thank our newest members, John and Ferte and John Anderson, both at the bronze tier. Thank you all so much. Like we say each and every week, if we ever got you through a long car ride, a tough day at home, whatever your situation may be, it really does help us out if you consider throwing a buck our way over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. I want to thank our platinum members, Todd Burowitz and Toxic. I want to thank our gold members, Too Soon, Gavin Gottfried, Jose Jimenez, Jedi Master Ren, Metal Kirby, Awesome Dave, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Strubles and Bits, our Silver Plus members, Hide Indoors, Nakachaka, Marcus O'Neill, JB the Purple Monkey, J-Dust Von Metal, Tim Ulf, Justin Rodriguez, Cypher Primus, Captain Logan, Brenton Zachary, K. Grimm, Rick Arrington, Dewani Raksha, The Good Sir, Mr. and Mrs. Nasty Boots, Strellis, Foolish Fuji, Annie Daynow, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Manx Visia, The Lord, Commander Corgi, Elo 2032, Stephen Flesh, Jinx the 24th, Bubble Boy N7, Jesse Garcia, Hambone, Aztec King, Millennial Falcon Gaming, and Darth Simon the Pie Man. That's such a great Darth name. Forget Darth Sidious. It's Darth Simon. Again, thank you all so much for your generosity. And now, usually, it's time to square up the news. But today we're squaring up the Summer Games Fest Showcase. Now, the way I wanted to kind of do this time around, Kyle, is I have some of the breakdown from Adam Bakers on IGN, and I try to fill some of it in myself. So you're going to be reading the Adam Banker stuff. I'll be reading, my dialect.
Yeah, your dialect. Jersey.
But, hey, forget about it.
We don't pump our own gas here.
Hey, I live 5 minutes away from a very famous location in, not The Godfather. Oh my God. Sopranos. Humble brag. That's how Jersey I am. All right. That said, before we break down everything, Kyle, I want to know, walking in, what were your expectations for this show?
Like always, they were pretty high. I let the hype get to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say whether it was a bad thing or a good thing. Okay. I was really, really excited. I thought that PlayStation would show up in a big way here. And I was expecting a lot of really cool things and announcements. And it did help, honestly, now that I've watched it. It helped that Geoff set that expectation, saying it was a lot of things that were already announced.
Yeah.
And honestly, those things were the highlights of the show.
Yeah.
If I'm being truthful, those were really, really fun to get a little deeper dive into what these games are. And they all looked incredible.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, Callisto Protocol.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, my expectations actually were pretty level. I was walking in going, I'm expecting a good show. I'm expecting what Geoff has kind of laid out for me, like gameplay from Gotham Knights, gameplay from Callisto, some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And I am hoping for God of War. Not going to lie. We're going to talk about it. And let's just bring it in right now. My expectations pretty level. But let's talk about the God of War, or lack thereof, Ragnarok in the room. With the disputed reporting about the game's delay that we're hearing a little conflicting reports on, and Jason Schreier saying he hasn't heard anything, but some other outlets saying it has been pushed 2023.
Yeah.
2033, Joe. That would be a little bit too much. Kyle, we didn't see it here.
No.
Should we now start getting worried?
Not yet.
Why not?
I'm going to be that guy that says not yet. Am I more worried than I was yesterday? Absolutely I was. Or I am. We still have a precedent of them announcing the date for the game and it releasing a few months later. I'd be a little bit more worried if Summer Game Fest took place in August and we didn't see God of War yet. I still think there is a shot that we get a state of play focus on God of War now more than ever in July.
Okay, so when's the cutoff?
I don't know if we...
Real
the
talk.
cutoff for me...
Yeah, when's the cutoff and we'll just like, all right, it's 2023 shit.
When the clock strikes midnight on July 31st.
Okay.
Once it hits August, I am worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
in such a superfluous, selfish way.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Like, I don't care if it's delayed to next year. I'll play it next year. But like, selfishly, I want to play that game.
I mean, like, and to be honest, it looks like we're going to have a lot to play this year.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we now have a good outline of what the holiday season's going to look like, and it looks pretty damn good. That being said, I think the cutoff also is July. PlayStation has set a precedent, or maybe has set a precedent, we'll see, that they've had showcases in mid-July. Last year, I believe it was Deathloop. Now, that being said, though, this year was, a little earlier in June, but that was for third-party stuff. So
exactly,
I am getting worried. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm surprised we haven't heard it by now, and I'm surprised Sony still hasn't said anything, which makes me think that this game is on the table of being on 2023 or 2022. And I think if I'm Sony, I'm kind of balancing, do I want a repeat of what happened with Horizon, where don't get me wrong, Horizon's sounding great.
Oh, yeah.
But Elden Ring has taken all the oxygen out of the room. So, like, if I'm PlayStation, do I just want to launch it in holiday and get all the people gabbing about this game?
And that's a great point, and we'll talk about it at the last thing that was shown at Summer Game Fest later. I won't say it now in case anyone wants to follow along with us.
Yeah.
There still leaves November open, a prime spot for God of War to land.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it gives a few month buffer from that game that ended Summer Game Fest.
Yeah. And that's what I'm like, maybe there is a chance God of War is 11/11/22, but I don't know yet. So I would say wait till mid-July. Stop listening to I think his name's like Roberto or Serrano on Twitter, y'all. Just manage expectations. It, like we've been saying for months now, it'll happen when it happens. No matter what, the game's going to come out eventually, and we're all going to love it. So I get it. I get the disappointment. But I also feel like we let the quote unquote PlayStation insiders kind of run amok of our expectations.
Yeah, they're driving the boat, they're steering the boat, and we're not telling them, hey, let someone else take the wheel. Stop leading us to doom and gloom. Just like everyone, just chill, enjoy the scenery. It'll happen when it happens.
Don't worry, everything's fine. Nobody's gonna get hurt. If this gets delayed, it's gonna be fine. We're all gonna, we're all gonna have a good time. All right, Kyle.
Yeah,
it's time. It's time to break down the Summer Game Fest Showcase 2022. I want to kick off the first game though.
Oh, please. Taken from Adam Banker's friend of the show, IGN. A lot of these write-ups are from.
Yep, and some of them are mine, and that's why I'm taking it away with the first one. The first game that we see at the showcase is the much beloved Street Fighter 6 character reveal.
Looks cool.
It's Guile.
Not a good choice.
Why is it not a good choice, Kyle?
Of course Guile's in the game. Come on.
Yeah,
like, if you were going to do a reveal of a classic character, show me Blanca.
Yes.
Show me somebody that is it Guile? I just feel like Guile is so boring.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is flashy, but even when I was like looking at his character model, I was like, he's thick, but it's all from his chest up.
Yes.
It's just like a mass up here, and then like that weird ass haircut that doesn't belong in 2022 anymore.
With like a switchblade comb. I love this guy. Yeah. He's a real son of a gun. Still, the game looks great. Like, I'm not a fighter guy one bit, but like this thing does look incredibly fluid. I'm impressed.
Can I just throw a little not wrench in our plan, but a curveball at you?
Sure.
I thought, and I don't want to say anything on our little watch along that's up for patrons only.
That's right. Video version, by the way, so you can watch
video
it
version
only on Patreon though.
I didn't want to say any last minute predictions because people were like, "Oh, then you definitely didn't delete Twitter," just in case I got them right. Part of my predictions were
sorry, that got me good.
What if we see Mortal Kombat? Because that was unveiled at Game Awards, right? It took over a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So it's got me thinking, what if Mortal Kombat shows up on Sunday? And Microsoft bought NetherRealm.
Kyle, never say never. Ed Boon, very friendly towards the Xbox.
I know.
So who knows?
Interesting. Very interesting.
And hey, listen, good on them if they buy them.
Oh, absolutely.
But I don't know. I don't think being friendly on Twitter means much.
Sure.
But yeah, that'd be pretty nuts. That'd be pretty wild.
I'm sorry. I just also realized we didn't see Silk Song either.
I know.
Damn it.
I know. There's been some disappointment here. But Kyle, let's start with the next game on the list.
Let's talk a little bit about disappointment. Alien Dark Descent, a brand new game set in the universe of the Alien franchise, will be arriving in 2023. We didn't learn much about what the game was, but a cinematic trailer revealed the tone of what players can expect. The trailer ends with Marines fighting xenomorphs from a top-down perspective, potentially hinting at what gameplay will look like. And the reason why I said disappointing, don't hate me, everybody. I wanted what that cinematic trailer was.
Yeah,
I want to play that game. I mean, no offense to the top-down perspective Ascent like gameplay. I'm sure it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun co-op. I want a good Alien game. As a non-Alien fan, I want to do a action third-person over-the-shoulder kind of cool Alien game.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting you've never seen Alien.
I know. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm trying to fix that.
We will fix that really soon. Yeah, there were some creatures that were new enemies that can't say that I'm okay with, but the xenomorphs themselves also didn't move that great. So I don't know. This cinematic didn't. As an Alien fan, a huge Alien fan, by the way, this didn't do it for me, and the gameplay that we saw, which was like 5 seconds, didn't do it for me either. This seemed like very much a concept to get people interested in the game, to get people looking at whatever team's making this. I believe it is oh my god, Raw Fury, I think, is publishing this. So to get people, to hire some folks that may be interested in working on the Alien franchise. So to me, a bit of a bummer here.
Tindalos Interactive, published by Focus Entertainment.
Focus, yeah. But again, I liked, Alien Fire Team. So this could be something. This could be a winner. I don't know.
Yeah, and I know I mentioned the Ascent, which was an Xbox Game Pass game, came to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Did it come to PlayStation?
It did.
It did. Okay. If it's anything like that, it could be a cool game.
Absolutely. Yeah. That said, Aliens Dark Descent. All right, you know what? We're gonna unban this word just for just for today. So let's not get carried away, because I don't like the word banger.
Yeah.
And we usually bleep it out. But I do feel like it is appropriate. So is this is a non-banger?
I would say non-banger.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm taking a good old-fashioned piece of paper out here.
Oh, right, legal pad and all.
Legal pad and all. Got this from the Amber Heard team. They wholesale.
I held back from an Amber Heard joke, and you took it. That's amazing. Same wavelength. That's why we're the hosts of the trophy room.
Exactly.
The next game that was shown off guess if you can take a hint at the theme of the show. Callisto Protocol. The Callisto Protocol is promising to be...
Wait, Street Fighter banger or not? I'll say
that
yes.
trailer, I would say non-banger,
Okay.
but the game is a banger.
Okay. So we'll put it...
Again, Guile.
I'll put it on the B list.
It's a bang.
Okay.
It doesn't earn the ER.
It doesn't earn the ER yet. You have to earn the ER.
The Callisto Protocol is promising to be one of the scariest games ever, and the first extended gameplay footage confirms it is well on the way to making that nightmare a reality. In the gameplay demo, we see brutal deaths for not only the enemies, but also our main character. It also looks to feature shootable limbs that will fall off a la Dead Space. Callisto Protocol will be released on December 2nd, 2022. No need to wait, Joe. Put a tally in the banger column right now.
Yeah. God, this is great. This is
as someone who never finished Dead Space, I played a little bit of it. Then my power went out due to a blackout, and I never went back because it scared me so much.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? This is...
It's real life.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. Yeah. I think the part of the trailer, and people are gonna hate me if they're fans of Dead Space. You said it was the stasis like power. Yeah. I love that. That thing looked cool, and shooting the enemy into the rotating fan was really, really cool looking. The dismemberment is awesome. The suit looks cool. The environments, oh my god, the atmosphere that this trailer showed off is stellar.
Yeah. I'm going to say something really wild. So I'm a huge Dead Space fan. Dead Space is the reason why I'm into survival horror. I would never have given it a shot if it was not for Dead Space. So I owe so much to Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2, which I believe is one of the best sequels ever made. This game, to me, I am more excited than the Dead Space remake. I mean, because it has...
Is it because it's the team that made the originals?
Some of the original team and the creator of Dead Space. So I'm like, yeah, this one has it, man. Like, from when you're just going through the hallways, it screams Dead Space. It screams just haunting. Like, this game is horrific to look at. It's truly dark. Yeah. And though I'm not like, nothing's ever going to replace a necromorph, you can obviously see that they loved that series so much that they couldn't break away from it, and that they had so many more ideas. And I feel like here it's them kind of off the leash a bit with Callisto Protocol, because instead of stasis, you have like this gun that hooks them to you, but then pushes them right back. So it's a great way to play with the physics of the game. Mm-hmm. Similar to the way that in stasis, you could take limbs apart and shoot them at them. But this one's like wholesale. You're taking the whole body and just swinging it towards folks. That was really awesome. The way Jacob dies, the main character.
Boy.
Gruesome as all hell. The one thing that I really love is the revolver that he has. It looks like that's going to be his signature weapon with a baton. Mm-hmm. So again, it's been a minute since I played Dead Space, but this really does seem like Dead Space. When they got to you, you're kind of effed. Like, you're kind of screwed. But now with the baton, it adds that little extra element of like, no, you could actually have some fight in you. Like, you can actually maybe disrupt them and maybe get away real fast. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm seeing here with Callisto Protocol. And again, this is them off the leash. This is some truly horrific stuff we're seeing here.
Can I say something else that I really love about this? That I can appreciate now. Maybe it's just because technology has evolved since the original Dead Space from when I was playing. I love the fact that we can see Jacob's face. Yeah. Because the terror reads and horror reads on his face, and that affects us more than what I think of when like Isaac Clarke would die back in the day, because we didn't see his face. Yeah, he was masked up.
Well, in the first one, yeah.
In the first one, that's all I've experienced was a little bit of the first one. So the fact, like, I see when Jacob dies, and you see the pain and the agonizing
like he feeling. Gets sucked into a turbine.
Yes, and you can feel it and see it on his face. I love that. Yeah,
and also just to see like the health is on his neck instead of the back. It's like, you know what game this is.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Let's not get this fooled. But like, you're right. Like Dead Space 2 with the needle in the eye scene. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This really ups that to the nth degree. So this game, spoiler alert, it's my game of show. This is, I was getting emotional watching it with you, Kyle, because like this is something I've been wanting so bad since Dead Space 2, because Dead Space 3 was not it, and seeing it here is just, and they're unhooked, so like they can make the game they truly want is what I want, man. It's what I want.
December 2nd this year.
December 2nd. Looks
and it's
fantastic.
On our fantasy critic
That's right.
team.
That's right. Sean Capri, start getting a little nervous. Kyle, let's talk about this next one on the list.
Next one.
So beautiful. But this next game is no slouch either.
Another deep dive in gameplay. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Lieutenant Simon Ghost Riley and Sergeant John Soap McTavish return in the latest gameplay demo from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's campaign. The Dark Water demo takes place aboard a boat sailing through a storm, and we get glimpses of outdoor, more open gameplay and tighter indoor combat situations. While they weren't shown, Captain John Price and Sergeant Kyle Gaz Garrick will also be part of the story once more when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 arrives on October 27th, 2022.
Kyle, we were saying this when we were watching it. We really do have to give Call of Duty their flowers here, man.
100%.
Honestly, I know, like, we're like, oh, it's Call of Duty or whatever. This looked really good. Graphically, the weather mechanics, like
they made a whole water engine.
Yeah.
That, like, actively moves the cover around on the boat.
Nuts.
Incredible.
Yeah. The water alone, like when you're looking at like the mist like just coming at you because you're in a sea storm as this is happening, and then you're seeing the puddles and the reflections off the ground, like, guys, we're getting there. We're getting to that uncanny valley, man. This looked really good.
And I can't wait to see the 4K version because I was watching at like 1080p.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stunningly beautiful. Call of Duty always looks beautiful. It always pushes the edge when it comes to visuals, and this is no slouch, whatever or whatsoever. You could put another tally on the banger mark.
All right. Oh wow, really?
I'm not a Call of Duty guy, but I was impressed by that gameplay.
And you're not like, not a Call of Duty guy. Modern Warfare, not your jam.
Yeah.
This is my jam. This is one of the games that I played when I was in high school, dude. Like I said on Beyond, this was one of the games. This was the first M-rated game I legally bought. And I remember how special that felt. So seeing this reimagined take on the trilogy, man, I'm excited.
I just remembered part of that gameplay deep dive where the porthole opened and knocked the enemy to the floor as you walk in. Yeah. Oh god, that's so cool.
And like that guy had like a good clear like 3 seconds to shoot.
100% he did.
He chose not to. That's the one thing. That trailer was very much like a, hey, we really organized this.
Yeah.
type like borderline Ubisoft, we're fake doing commands on screen type of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Next game on the list, Kyle.
Flashback 2. Old franchise coming back. Cool. I know nothing about it. So.
Side scroller action. Yeah. Nothing really spoke to me here. This is a NB if I've ever seen it.
Yeah. Following Flashback 2, we saw Witchfire. Witchfire was first announced at the Game Awards in 2017, but it has gone mostly quiet since then. Now we've received a brand new look at the first-person shooter game and a promise that it will enter early access in the near future.
Okay. Now this game is very interesting because from what I'm aware of, again,
I'll do a quick search.
This is a Dark Souls-esque first-person shooter set in a dark fantasy game, or universe rather. So you're literally seeing things that kind of look reminiscent to Destiny in terms of like powers and ability. So like you're throwing like grenades, but instead of grenades are like spells that like kind of like chain lightning, or like a bell that like stuns massive groups of enemies so you could get a couple hits in. Cool dodge mechanics as well throughout the gameplay we saw. What were your takes? Because hey, you're a newly found Souls guy, which I'm proud of.
Yeah, I'm tired of fighting it. I'm tired of denying it. Yeah, it's got its hooks in me.
Yeah, and you know me, I'm a sucker for a good dodge, and seeing the dodge mechanics here, it just feels Honestly, it looks a lot like Destiny meets Dark Souls, and I am all for this game. Sadly, though, not on PlayStation.
Not yet, at least.
Harshing my vibes here, bruh. But nonetheless, I'm putting this on the B word list.
Yeah, I would say it was a banger for sure.
Good, fair enough. I think
I'm just trying to look things up.
Tell me.
On the actual website. It feels like it says it might be a roguelite.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. I'm down for it, though. Honest to goodness, I'm down for it. All right, Kyle. Now it's time for the next game on the list here.
The next game is called Fort Solis. Fort Solis is a sci-fi thriller that stars The Last of Us's Troy Baker and Red Dead Redemption 2's Roger Clark.
By God, by golly, Arthur Morgan himself in the flesh, I do declare. Now, they said something, I think Troy said, and I'm
Triple I.
Triple I. I really like that. So instead of saying, like, indie games that don't have huge publishers, instead of like that weird quasi space, I like the branding, Triple I. But more than that, this is first off, you're set on Mars. This is a thriller, and starring Troy Baker and Arthur Morgan himself. But he said that this is like Dead Space meets the movie The Moon. Duncan Jones, The Moon. So I don't know, the gameplay didn't strike anything to me. It looks like you're reading a lot of audio logs from Troy, but I don't know. Did anything catch your,
I was just digging the vibe of it.
Yeah.
I can be into a thriller like this with some incredible talent in Troy Baker and Roger Clark.
Yeah.
I'm into it for sure.
Honestly, I'll put this on the banger list.
Yeah.
Just because of Roger Clark.
Yeah.
He's fantastic talent, and Troy as well.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't sell me NFTs, we're good.
Yeah, I think he's learned his lesson. Hopefully it comes to console. Obviously, right now it's only Steam, I think.
Come on, get it together.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next game?
Routine. Routine was announced nearly a decade ago, but that amount of time may not have prepared us for the horrifying look at its gameplay that looks like a mix between Alien Isolation and The Terminator. And I will also, this is me adding it, not Adam Bankers, a little bit of Five Nights at Freddy.
Ooh, I like that.
Because like the Terminator robot guy had like a weird smiley face that looked like the mascots in that game. Creepy as all hell.
Yeah, and I like what you said. I had the same thought. Also, kind of like the vibes seemed a little bit like Control in the beginning.
Yeah.
But this is very much like I like what we're exploring here, where it's like, let's do this weird like astronaut art aesthetic. Because like the gun you have like is this weird video scanner from what appears to be the 80s, but still futuristic. And you have this weird, like, mechanized robot that creeps up behind you and grips you and probably, I don't know, kills you, turns you into a robot. Or a toaster oven. I don't know. But this looked cool, man. This looked really cool. Unfortunately, I believe this is an Xbox exclusive.
It is.
Shame on you, Xbox, taking all the good games. But you know what you don't have on Game Pass? Guess what?
What?
The next game, which is Outriders DLC.
Oh, wait. Are we putting that on the banger list or not?
Oh, Routine?
I think it's vibe. I would put it on banger.
Yeah, you know what? That looked impressive. I'll put it there.
Yeah, I think during the trailer we're like, man, the lighting is pretty special.
Yeah,
the environment, the creepiness of it. It's pretty.
It looks really.
Cool.
I think Routine. Yeah, definitely one you want to check out. Okay. Right.
Yeah, Outriders DLC.
Cool.
Endgame reveal in a few days, I think, or in a month or something.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No shame on Outriders.
Yeah. I'm not putting... I would say this is a NB.
Yes, this is a non-banger.
Yeah. You can say the word. No, I will not anymore. It's just such a cop-out for, like, the game looks good. There's more adjectives, Nonetheless. Yeah, it's more Outriders. It didn't set, me ablaze, but I did enjoy the first... the base game when it came out. Okay, here's a really weird one, Kyle. And I got to it on the YouTube video. Afterwards, there was like a bunch of weird ads, and then The Rock shilling Black Adam.
Yeah.
This was the portion where we have to understand Geoff Keighley does need to make money on this.
Uh-huh.
So Rock was just like, hey guys, I'm going to tell some really
cheesy jokes.
And I don't know who I'm talking to. I just know it's an audience. So here's Zao energy drink. I'm drinking it. There's a whole case in the back. I'm in a gym.
He said Zao. Kapow! Zao! Kapow! It's Zoa.
Oh, sorry. That was insensitive, I feel. Nonetheless, I'm going to carry on with the joke. I was also in Fortnite, and I'm in Black Adam, which looks aggressively mediocre. Here's this 30-second trailer. Pierce Brosnan's in it. He's going to drive home people like Joe's mom to watch this movie. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, it was weird. It was definitely weird.
Man needs to make his money.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But again, we do have to understand.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, he does have to make some buku bucks here.
Yes, and also I will give Geoff some credit here, where I do think he actually listens to people from show to show.
Yeah.
This was the only celebrity thing.
Yeah.
Like there was not a whole lot of. Granted, that's probably more for Game Awards, but there wasn't a whole lot of the Hydro Man, right? There wasn't a whole lot of like Magic the Gathering ads in between every single break.
Oh, God damn it!
And I feel like the length was perfect and everything. Like he learned from it.
Yeah,
he learned for sure.
But I'm still putting that on the NB list.
Oh, absolutely! I love The Rock, but not a great time.
But maybe enough. Now, I will also say the Fall Guys trailer was great. So, like, though this is an NB, I do have to say that, like, the ads that they're putting in are making sense and they don't feel cheap, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and they didn't repeat themselves. It was something new every time.
All right, so here, I'll name out these games because I wrote them.
Go for it.
So, the next game we saw is Stormgate. This is from, I believe it's... They're ex-Blizzard devs. I believe it's Frost Giant Studio. Thank you. Ex-Blizzard devs, they are making, and ex-StarCraft devs, they're making a StarCraft clone. And I gotta say, I wish these people the best, though I don't like the trailer. I do have hope that this game is going to be something. What about you? Same.
I should have known that it would have been an RTS. Bummed that it isn't a cool action adventure third person thing.
Yeah, because like the girl kind of does look like the chick from StarCraft Ghost. And I'm sorry, I'm not a big StarCraft person, so I don't know all the names. But like it, it did look interesting, but I felt like the sound felt very
there's no impact. You said while we were, and there's a shot where she shoots a missile into this demon thing,
and it's like.
Yeah, you don't feel it. Yeah, I agree. That is, Mm-hmm.
And this is yet again a CG trailer, so this is not actual gameplay that we're seeing.
Yep.
So we'll put that as an NB.
It's non-banger.
All right. High Water, post-apocalyptic indie game, and I typed in all caps, Waterworld. Kyle.
Yes.
Did you dig this aesthetic, the vibe that they're going out here? Because I know you're the big indie guy.
Yeah, I did. I dug it. I don't know if it's at the top of like my must play list. But I like the worlds. I want to know what those soldiers with guns are protecting.
Yeah.
And are they like tyrannical in a way where they're hoarding all the resources and whatnot? And
like Waterworld?
I've never seen the movie.
Neither have I.
Okay.
I've seen one scene. My father was enthralled when I was 9 years old. Kevin Costner.
Yeah, so I'm excited to play. It looked cool. I love the art style big time.
Yeah, it's very like kind of reminds me a little bit of like Donut County type of polygon-esque aesthetic. Yeah.
I put that on the banger list.
Okay.
I dug it.
A mid tier.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have, but nonetheless, fair. America, Arcadia. There you go. I said it right. The Newman Show meets Inside. You're constantly being watched. You're trying to break away from what seemingly is a television show that you are stuck in.
Mm-hmm.
Banger.
Absolutely.
It's on the list. That's a cool little indie, and really dug the aesthetic. Kyle, lock it up. We could close it all down. We saw the trailer to end all trailers. First of all, it was actually before we did. Awesome little replace shot. It was supposed to be here.
Yep.
But Russia's aggression against Ukraine has caused that because they're Ukrainian and Belarusian developers. They had to delay this game. Obviously, they have more pressing things to go through right now and hopefully help solve. But the next one is Goat Simulator 3, which...
What a great trailer.
Honestly, this may be one of the best trailers of the show.
It might be.
Because they knocked off, guys, the Dead Island 2 trailer where he's just running through, not noticing that everybody's turning into a zombie in California, like boardwalk type vibe. But instead of everybody turning into a zombie, goats are creating all sorts of mayhem around him, and he has no idea what's going on until he steps in a pile of shit.
And then we learned that this is the third one.
Yep.
And we completely didn't know there was a sequel.
There's probably been multiple.
Probably.
How cool though is it? Like this was just like a silly little, like, I believe mod or something that has cycled into this.
Oh my God.
Thing. What? Oh God.
I'm searching up Dead Island 2 just to see like whatever happened to the game.
Yeah.
And here's from Mashable.com.
Uh-oh.
Goat Simulator 3 skips ahead one sequel and parodies Dead Island 2. So there was no Goat Simulator 2.
All right.
They skipped ahead to 3.
We got. I appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Well, I'll put that's a certain. You know what? I'll say it loud and proud. Awesome, Dave. That is.
There wasn't ever a second game.
God damn it, you guys!
Wow, you got us. Nice job.
You got me. I got my face. That's on the banger list. Just out of sheer respect.
100% it is.
All right, Kyle. This trailer, Kyle.
Are you talking about the next one or the Goat Simulator one? So
no. We're done with Goat Simulator.
Okay. Midnight Suns.
Yeah, boy.
A new trailer for Marvel's Midnight Suns has not only revealed Spider-Man will be joining its roster, but it also confirmed the XCOM style game will be released on October 7th, 2022. The trailer also featured the main villain Lilith and corrupted versions of Venom, Sabretooth, Scarlet Witch, and the Hulk.
Wow. Okay, so that was Sabretooth, because I was like, who is that?
Yeah, I thought it was Rhino, but no.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking for a second there. Kyle, this game looks awesome.
And there was like no gameplay, but I don't care. I dig the vibe.
Dude, like, there's something about this that just bleeds like 90s. You know, like 90s Marvel. When it
like going into the cards shop and buying a pack of Marvel cards.
Yeah.
And it's like that artwork, that era of Marvel, and the scene in the trailer where they're all fighting against those demons. And like you see Blade, you see Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, Wolverine. There's another one, Psylocke maybe. Like there were a lot of really cool moments in this trailer, and the way it ended too, when Spider-Man hits the bell, it was like, oh, that worked once against Venom.
Yes,
I loved it, and I need to look that up. Was that Yuri?
I was looking it up right now. And I have not seen him neither confirm or deny, it looks like. But
PlayStation Spider-Man actor reprises his role in Marvel's Midnight Suns.
That's why you're the greatest co-host, whoever is, whoever will be.
That's from VGC.
Honestly, that's a banger right there.
However, it's not the same version of the character.
Of course. But it is funny because Xbox tweeted out, Spider-Man is on Xbox now. Dude, I swear to God, if I could be in just a fly in the Xbox social, room, God, they are perfect at what they do.
They're really good. The creative director of the game, Jake Solomon, told VGC, "It's not meant to be that Spidey, but we heard that Spidey and said that sounds like Peter Parker to me." but it's not the exact same character.
Yeah, awesome. Yuri
Very
is
cool.
Spidey to me, and yeah, this looks fantastic. Hulk was a huge surprise because we saw like these anti-heroes or villains even.
Yeah,
with them,
actual villains that we know the heroes to go up against, and then Hulk jumps from the back, possessed by Lilith. Oh, man, awesome trailer. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. October 7th, 3 days after my birthday. Kyle, I'm not saying that this should be my birthday gift, but
I'll think about it.
I am signaling it to you. All right, Kyle, this one's just for you.
Yeah, neon white. Demons fighting in heaven or something. This is from the dev.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. This is an error on my part. Cuphead was next, actually.
Oh,
sorry, I'm seeing the video
I knew.
right now.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Cuphead, Delicious Last Course. Showed off a new boss.
Mm-hmm.
It was a winter one with ice, and you played as Miss Chalice. I think.
Yeah.
It looked awesome.
Looked
Cuphead, and we said it on our watch our live react that we did for Patreon.
Yeah.
Just like shout out to Studio MDHR for nailing the old school cartoon aesthetic.
It's like, and like I'm
and
still in
it
awe.
works so well.
Just still in awe of how beautiful this game. Like it should
June
be illegal.
30th, everywhere.
All right, now let's bang on that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Are you kidding me?
So yeah, neon white, demons fighting in heaven or something. That's you. Single dev, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Dev behind Donut County. You are a demon, in heaven, fighting against other demons, and you use. It is a card game. You use cards as guns to make your way through the level, and once you get rid of a card, that is, I think, how you reload.
Okay.
Or get a new card or something like that. There's a very cool mechanic, but it's fast paced. I think it's Ben Esposito. I gotta look that up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get that right.
Annapurna
Publishing.
Switch exclusive for now.
Ben Esposito. Oh, along with Angel Matrix. I don't know Angel.
Ooh-wee.
But yeah, Ben is fantastic.
All right.
This looks cool.
All right.
I would put it on the banger, but it's fine if you want to put it on the non-banger.
I'm gonna put it on a non-banger.
All right.
I gotta get you off your indie soapbox every now and again. Okay, this next game, Kyle.
Yeah, well, you were just talking smack about indies, and look what's happening, huh?
Like this one looks extremely violent and up my alley. Midnight Fight Express. Gotta learn to play the game, boy. Gotta learn to play it right. You gotta shoot some hoodlums. You use a machete. This seems very gruesome, but I'm on board. All right. This kind of gives me it's kind of a brawler in the vein of Hotline Miami, but it looks like instead of being a single shot, this is just fast-paced action. Again, almost kind of, you're going to like John Wick and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This looks awesome.
It does look like fun.
It's just first, I'm fighting on the highway. I'm fighting on a train. I'm fighting a goddamn helicopter. I'm fighting
it's like
a room full of guys. It's like the Batman scene in Batman v Superman, where it's like, oh man, this almost paid off for these 2 hours.
Yeah. Watching the trailer, I got Hotline Miami meets Sifu.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Hopefully not as difficult, but
sure. Put it on the list, banger.
You got, and hey, by the stuntman of God of War.
The stuntman of God of War.
Stuntman. They knew that.
Rider of Destiny 2, the Witch Queen, I think.
August 23rd.
Yeah.
Humble brag. All right. The next game, Warframe.
Hey, shout out to Warframe.
Still kicking it, man.
Launched, I think, alongside PS4.
Oh, yeah. I think it was like a PS4 exclusive for a little second.
Yeah, I think it was.
Jesus. God bless you. Then you had Honkai
Star Rail.
This is made by the makers of Genshin Impact.
There's another gacha game they're making too.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a gacha game, but if this is the Honkai devs, then they definitely MiHoYo. Sorry, this is probably that. So not up our alley, and I think non-banger for both of those. Let's be fair.
Yeah, agreed.
Let's be fair here. Okay, Kyle.
Oh boy.
Let's just talk about it, man. Let's just get
Can
this
you
one
just
out.
put a tally on the banger right now?
Dude, I'm already there, man.
TMNT Shredder's Revenge
Oh my
will
God.
officially be released next week, June 16th, 2022. The news was revealed in a new trailer that also confirmed Casey Jones as a playable character and a new 6-player mode.
6 players online or offline.
Oh my God.
Guys, this looks like Turtles in Time.
It's the Turtles game we all expected and need and wanted, and what we already played back in the day brought to life now.
Yeah.
It is everything and then some. I played it at PAX East. It feels just as great as it looks. During that demo with the devs, Mike and I were like, hey, there's some space on that cover for maybe a Casey Jones. Just say it. And they were very tight-lipped. They were like, it's still early. You never know. And yeah.
Sons of guns. You
Here
know
we go.
You knew exactly.
We knew. And he looks awesome.
Looks
the gameplay-wise, he looks fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, what else can we say here?
Next week, Joe.
Next week. From what I understand, too, is everybody's very tight-lipped on this game. They really want this game to really pop off. So
it has a single-player story and then an arcade mode, just like the old school time.
God bless.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. After that, we had a trailer for Super People, which is a multiplayer game. It's kind of in the similar vein of like Rogue Company. So that's a non-banger right there. Let's just get that one out of the way.
I'll say it right now. Here is where I felt the lull.
Fair enough. So Mankind is for me. This is
Humankind.
from Sega. Sorry, Humankind. This is for me. This is a civ-ass game, and I love it. It's coming to consoles. But I'll put this on the non-banger list if you're not feeling it.
You gave me the high water one. You can put this one on the banger.
All right, you know what? I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, give me more RTSs on consoles, please, for the love of God.
Yeah.
One Piece. Kyle, take it away here.
One Piece Odyssey. Despite not featuring much gameplay, we did get a good look at the upcoming One Piece Odyssey game starring Monkey D. Luffy and many of the favorites from the anime. I don't watch anime. I know nothing of One Piece. It looked fine.
I will respectfully hold my true thoughts in my pocket because I will upset an entire fan base. And honestly, genre on top of that. Anime is just not for me. One Piece, not for me.
Yeah.
So I apologize. I don't know. There was a guy that jumped and he had like a samurai sword in his mouth. I'm like, that is not how you hold a samurai sword. Nope. A katana. Excuse me, sir. It's actually a katana. And it's originally created in the 1500s. All right. Soul Hackers 2.
Where are you putting that on the list, sir?
Not banger. I already put it down.
Yeah, okay. All
right. Let's get Soul Hackers 2 in there, too.
I loved your tagline for this. I didn't read it until right now.
Yeah. My tagline for Soul Hackers 2. Hey, if you love Soul Hackers 1, you're going to love Soul Hackers 2. Right.
Joe Moran. Trophy room.
Put that in the back of the box. Trophy room. Hey, you love Soul Hackers 1. You'll love 2. All right, here is a slinger, Kyle. Metal Hell Slinger. This is a metal rhythm game that meets Doom. First-person shooter. Out September 19th. Demo out now.
On PlayStation.
PlayStation.
The demo is on PlayStation.
And Surge from System of the Down. Like, we got Trivium in there. You got a whole lot of great metal bands. Lamb of God in there. Fantastic. This game, I'm all for it.
Rhythm shooter. It's crazy. Looked cool.
Quarry trailer. The Quarry. Super massive. Getting rave reviews right now.
Great trailer.
Yeah.
That's a banger.
I'll put it there. It deserves it. We got Saints Row. Kyle, take it away here.
Saints Row, a Boss Factory, is a new app that will let players create and save up to 6 characters designs that can be used for the full Saints Row game when it is released on August 23rd, 2022.
Neato, gang.
Cool. I like you said, I don't think we were recording But like, we so want Saints Row to succeed. We are rooting for Saints Row.
Yeah, it looks great. It's the same team. They're changing it up a bit, and I feel like that's the right course of action, man. Saints Row got a little bit too crazy, so I want them to kind of go back a little bit. Look, embrace the wackiness. There's definitely wacky. Like the guy could be nude, but it's like all like pixelated, funny, stupid shit like that. But like it still feels like Saints Row without maybe being a little bit too over the top.
Yeah.
That being said, also I forgot to put in here Nightingale. That's a non-banger.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But
I want to love that game, but I can't get behind what that game is.
Yeah, it's a survival game, and
it's a crafty survival. It's not my thing.
I'm sad. So Saints Row, I'm gonna also put on the banger list because you could create your character, Kyle.
But that's all it was.
All right, I'll put a non-banger. I want to be fair.
Yeah,
I have faith, but you're right.
Yeah, so do I. But it's a character creator thing.
Yeah. Warhammer Darktide. This is an Xbox exclusive Horde game that I'm putting as a non-banger, not because of it's an Xbox exclusive, but I've played enough of these Horde games. Sorry.
Sure.
Gotham Knights gameplay. We saw Nightwing, Kyle.
Character Series 1.
Series 1. What's that?
So it seemed we're going to get one on Batgirl, one on Red Hood, one on Robin before the release. I'm so ready to be back in Gotham. Nightwing looks awesome. The game looks awesome. We all know Bruce Wayne's not dead.
Yeah, we all know.
Gotham Knights is obviously day one. I have a collector's edition pre-ordered. It's this is a banger for sure.
Can I be? Why are we like the only people that are super positive on this game?
I don't know. It's frustrating.
It's frustrating to me because like it looks good. Like,
are they just upset it's not a Rocksteady game?
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
not enough people played Batman Origins, Arkham Origins, then because that game is awesome.
Yeah, and like it's so like, and every time people talk about it, like this is underrated actually. So to me, I'm like, just give this team a chance. Everybody's already throwing the Avengers tagline out, and like, I get it, cool, whatever. I don't think that this is it.
But it's Gotham.
Yeah,
it's the Bat family.
I know.
Come on.
I'm in. I'm sorry. I'm in.
Yeah.
The other one I forgot, Layers of Fears.
Oh.
By Bloober
so
Team.
Here's where I was wrong. Because I was like, yeah, Bloober Team. It's on the Summer Game Fest partner list. Rumored Silent Hill remake or thing from them. Could have sworn that was them. Nope. The Layers of Fear looks cool.
Yeah.
Unreal Engine 5 looks impressive. But it's not Silent Hill.
So I'm putting it as a non-banger.
Yeah.
Don't fool me with this, Bloober. Don't fool me with this. Do you think we see it on the Xbox showcase?
Silent Hill?
Yeah, why not?
Rumors had PlayStation, though, funding it. Did they not?
I mean, there's rumors that God of War would be here.
Fair. Also, I just realized no Kojima. That must have been hard for Geoff.
Yeah, it must have been. Now, rumor has it. It must have been hard for Geoff. What do you mean you can't show up? Babe, you said last week you'd be here. No, it was post-sex. You said you'd be here. You were holding me while you were saying it. KK, like, come on. No, Kojima maybe he's at the Xbox show. Who knows?
Possibly.
Rumor Overdose, a horror game with the actress that plays Mama. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. I hope that's the case, man. That'd be really cool. That'd be a really cool get for Microsoft.
100% it would be.
Yeah, but again, Bloober, don't fucking lie to me ever again. All right. And I'm sorry I cussed. Sorry I cussed. What need to be said. You don't play with me like that. All right. Because I'm just really sick of hearing about this game. But you know what I'm not sick of hearing about, Kyle?
Oh, give me a full 2 hours of this, baby.
Let's go. Oops, sorry. I hit something.
Ding! Round one!
Boys, I'm ready.
Well, first, Neil Druckmann, right, is on stage after we saw Gotham Knights. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to see the trailer for Factions too. and not far off.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start with that one. Last of Us multiplayer seems ambitious. We have finally learned more about the long-awaited standalone multiplayer game set in the Last of Us universe, and have been given a piece of concept art that teases what fans can expect from the game. The game will feature a brand new cast of characters and looks to take place at least partially in San Francisco. While it is great to learn more about this game, it was confirmed we won't learn more about this multiplayer title until 2023.
All right, so now this is where we get very PlayStation centric. All of a sudden, that trophy room moniker starts taking some effect here. First off, the little card, the little thing of art,
concept art.
We're in San Francisco. It's the Golden Gate Bridge.
Brand new set of characters.
Which
is awesome.
Or not story focused, but there's a
story there.
Story in there. New cast of characters, multiplayer. What are you really expecting out of this game, Kyle?
I think you said it perfectly. I'm going to steal it because you asked me.
Please.
Give me a Division style game from Naughty Dog in the Last of Us universe.
Yep.
Yes, they are similar, but I'm totally okay with a Last of Us Division style game where you are scrounging for supplies for your encampment settlement, and I want to know what these characters are. This is what I wanted from a broader Last of Us universe, like rumored DLC of whatever part 2 had, which it probably never will, but like goes and tells the story of the captain in the first game, which is like a side story of letters you find. Like, give me more side stories. There's more outside of just Joel, Ellie, and that story. There are people still living in this world and dealing with clickers and the wolves, right? And different groups like them. So I'm totally in for new characters, whether the story is deep or a lot and it's just kind of there. If it's anything like Factions, I'm in.
It seems like this is very... I think it's taking it to a whole different level. When I mean like by Division as well, think of the Dark Zone.
Yeah.
Think of surviving and being paranoid while you're fighting through. You're right, clickers, maybe some enemy factions in there.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have the element of, oh, there's different players here. And the loot that I may be picking up, I may actually lose. And I think when they're talking about that Tarkov element that we've been hearing through the rumors of like the gear you pick up is your gear, I think the gear you lose is also the gear you lose.
Mm-hmm.
And players have that PvP aspect of like kind of like guerrilla warfare almost through these urban environments. And how fitting is that really for The Last of Us? Like, we take a look at the Division and you're like, yeah, that's a really cool concept. It's a really cool game. Tarkov is a really awesome concept as well. Just maybe a little bit more, I think, intensive is the word for core gamers, or maybe for a very select few in a genre. I love that they're doing something different that is not just a battle royale. That they're taking a look at another genre going, there's promise here that other developers have done that we think we could build on in a way that only we can make. That excites me a lot, man.
Yeah.
So this is actually the first PlayStation multiplayer game that now has me not just intrigued, but actually really excited because the promise is there. There's a lot. So this is its own game.
You can totally see it fitting that live service S model that Sony wants to put in place.
And that said, Kyle, we talked a lot about it on Beyond, but we've been talking about it for months now. Of like, this is a new approach that PlayStation's doing. Mm-hmm. This is the first glimpse of it.
Mm-hmm.
So are your fears starting to maybe kind of get put at ease? It can't be. We don't see the gameplay here. But.
Exactly. They are more at ease than ever. Will I now be upset if it's not a Division-esque game? Maybe a little bit.
Maybe.
Because it
Cool.
seems too cool and too perfect for this world. Yeah, I'm in. Sounds cool.
I'm in.
After the Neil showed off the concept art, we'll learn more about it next year. We learn more about the Last of Us TV show on HBO. They show off a shot of Joel and Ellie, played by Pedro Pascal and Millie.
Not Millie Bobby Brown.
Bella Ramsey.
There you go. I got
Thank you. As Joel and Ellie, and a clicker in the museum. And not only is it just a shot from the show, that episode was directed from Neil Druckmann himself.
That is
so cool.
Cool. And I love what he said here. He's just like, we are really involved with this.
Mm-hmm.
We are taking this really seriously. This is going to be the most authentic video game to show adaptation you've seen, which really goes to show. I think they are doing the first show. The first game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where they'll end, if it's a complete season or whatever, but really just trying to fit that game as a show. And it's going to be difficult to do, but these writers are incredibly talented. Again, these are like award-winning writers and directors and produced by the man who made the goddamn series.
Yeah.
That has me high hopes. Is this going to be like the best show I've ever seen? No. I'm going to say that right there. It's really hard to top Breaking Bad and Barry.
Sure.
It's incredible. But like this, I feel like for the first time gives me hope that like a video game can be adapted to the silver screen correctly and respectfully. And in its rawest form, like Arcane's great because it's set in a video game world, but like using characters, but it's not like the League of Legends story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same with the Cuphead show. So to me, and same with the Sonic movies or whatever, even with Uncharted. So like to me, this is telling a story, man.
Yeah. And if you know anything about the first game, stuff goes down at that museum section. And the fact that Neil got to direct that makes my heart sing. And I teared up at that. And then he brings out Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker, not only just to reminisce, right? They are playing roles in the show, which makes me so happy.
And I will say this before you steal this from me.
No, I will never steal this from you. I was not going to say this.
They don't have cameos in the show. They're roles.
Named roles, not extras.
Roles. Undisclosed. And I'm going to say this here. I'm going to say this now. I'm going to CC Neil Druckmann right here. Ashley Johnson is playing Ellie's mom.
It's such a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm. Troy Baker, possibly her father. But for a fact, Jack, Ashley Johnson is Ellie's mom. I'm putting money down on it. Once she's like, this is undisclosed, and you can see how like excited she is. She really loves this role.
I love Ashley so much.
Yeah, I'm just like, what a better way to pay respect to the actress, to that role, to like the origin, than making it her. And it is a deviation from the game because you never see Ellie's mom. But what better way for fans to be okay with that omission or whatever you want to call it than having the actual actress of the voice of Ellie be her mother? It's just...
Yep. Absolutely.
It gives me
chills for sure. I will be a blubbering mess if that comes to fruition. And oh my God. Yes, please. I'm just also just really happy that it seems like PlayStation wants to honor the voice actors that do the roles in these games. When you take a look at the Uncharted movie,
wink,
spoiler alert, Nolan North might show up at some point.
Yeah.
So that gives me hope for a God of War show, Christopher Judge, and the boy who plays Atreus, and all these other properties. Maybe there'll be a real Porsche in the Gran Turismo show.
Maybe Daisuke could play Jin in a Ghost of Tsushima show.
Exactly. So like I love that they are honoring the roots of what these are and that are the games and the people that play those games or play those characters. But then they're like, you know what, Troy Ashley, you're here, whatever. Worst kept secret because apparently it was leaked beforehand by PlayStation themselves.
It was.
Last of Us Remake. Last of Us Part 1. Let that linger a little bit.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog officially announced that a remake of The Last of Us will be released on PlayStation 5 on September 2nd, 2022. With new enemy AI based on The Last of Us Part 2, 60 frames per second performance, new combat options, and more. I mean, you'll see my reaction. It was, I was speechless when I saw the date of this year.
Yeah.
It is what I said about Last of Us Part 2, it being the sequel we never needed. This is the remake we never needed. And I'm so ready to go back.
Yeah. Last of Us Part 1, I think we have to put in a special camp because everybody like, what's better, 1 or 2? Well, that's always going to be skewed because 1 was so ahead of its time in the day. It was something absolutely unique that I think in a story wise we never saw before in games. And I think with Last of Us Part 2, well, now you understood thought you understood what The Last of Us kind of is, right? Mm-hmm. Or you kind of know what to expect from it. So it's now not a mystery. Now you have expectations for where you think the story is going to go. Mm-hmm. And for many people, the story didn't go the way that they thought they would. They thought they were going to get a traditional sequel, and it deviates. To me, when people go, where do you put The Last of Us? I go, it is one of my favorite games of all time. It's probably like 3 or 4th favorite game of all time. And they go, where do you put part 2? I go, it goes right now. It's part 3. It's
literally right next to it. It is 1A, 1B in my mind.
It's like it's not like, ooh, picking your favorite kid. To me, they just go hand in hand with each other.
Exactly.
You're just it's to me, it's like you're just continuing the story. Yeah. You know? And so for me, it's like, no, they go hand in hand.
To me, it's like I can't view, when it comes to like the MCU, I can't view Infinity War without thinking about Endgame.
Right.
They're just together. They're one long story that was just broken up.
That's actually a perfect way of saying it. It's like, it's like, what's your favorite MCU movie? Okay, well, which phase? It's like there's so many ways to go at it that you really you don't even know where to kind of begin.
Exactly.
Know?
Yeah.
So for me, this is just, you're right. This is a remake that we didn't need. But what did I say when people were like, "This is so stupid. Why are they doing this? This is unneeded. Blah blah blah." This
it's still.
This is a
9-year-old game. Yeah.
9-year-old game. Demon Souls was a 9-year-old game, and it got a remake. So settle down, everyone. Secondly, what did I say? You're going to complain until you see it, and then you're going to buy it.
Exactly.
Case in point, the limited edition of this game is already sold out.
Don't remind me.
Well,
also, I'll just say it now. Anyone who's listening, if for any reason it gets back in stock, can you help us out?
At Mr. K-Sup.
And at Mr. Badbit. Because, like, it is through PlayStation Direct. You know PlayStation Direct hates us for some reason.
Don't know why.
I will pay you immediately. Just help us out, please.
Yeah. This looks great. Again, you see it, you're going to buy it. I think that the money already... oh my God. Steve, I'm sorry I'm blanking on your last name, but a writer over at Season Gaming, he was just like, he had the best tweet. It's along the lines of like, "This is the most unneeded thing." Takes out wallet. This is just such a waste of like cash. It's debit card. Uh-huh. This is the last you're gonna hear from me. Pre-ordered. Like, it's just gamers at this point, capital G gamers, are just so. You guys, we know your act. You're going to be upset, but you're going to end up buying it.
They're doing it for shock value at this point.
Yeah.
Performative shock value.
Just like chainsawing your PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. That's what this is. But here's the kicker, Kyle. Aside from we think this is awesome and we can't wait to play it again. First off, holy shit, it's stunning. This is, oh my god.
When you really look at the side by side of like just the clickers from the remastered to this.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But this is coming out the 2nd of September.
Yep.
Also in development for PC.
Yes.
Very prominently talked about on PC as well.
Yes.
Neil's like, we want the definitive version. This is the definitive version. There's things we couldn't do. Of course, it's probably marketing bullshit. But like on the base game that we can do here now. So this is the definitive version of the game. And we want that experience to also be on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Prominent. And again, this is what any new listener of the show can get from us here on out. This is awesome. More people getting to play Last of Us is awesome.
Yes.
This does not hurt PlayStation.
Nope.
Matt Piscatello over at the MPC group, or MPD group, has stated this several times. Putting console games on PC does not hurt the console.
No.
There's no negative effect.
Oh my god. And to think of, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
When they did the business fiscal year graphs or whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, we're going to see monumental growth in the PC market in this year. And what are we getting? We're getting SpiderMan. We're getting Miles Morales. We're getting Last of Us all on PC. That's going to print $1 billion. Like, that is insane.
Yeah. And just this holiday.
The three best, arguably, the three of the best PlayStation games ever made.
I know.
Wow.
Wow. Wowie, wow. Also just
Last of Us on a Steam Deck on the go?
Dude, I know. Here's the thing. I bought the game on PS3. I bought the game on PS4. Gonna buy the game on PS5. Yep. I'm gonna buy this game on PC.
Yeah.
PlayStation knows I'm a dumb dummy. Big dumb. I'm gonna buy this game 4 times and play it 4 times because I love this game.
Yeah.
And I love when people are like, this is so unneeded. It's like I love what I think Dewane Raksha said in the super chat when we had some naysayers. It's like, have you ever read the same book twice? Okay. There you go. Have you bought the hardcover book after you bought the softcover book? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ever buy the physical disc after you watched it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shut up.
Do I own every copy of the Goonies possible? You goddamn right I do.
You goddamn right.
I have 3 steelbooks, the collector's edition, the normal version, the DVD. Of course.
It's wild. Is it unnecessary? Sure. But that doesn't mean it's bad. I don't know.
No. Absolutely not.
Before we wrap up the showcase, because that was the last thing.
Yes.
Cult of the Lamb out on August 7th.
August 11th.
Oh, wait, sorry. Flash news. Gotta go fast. We still got to do this segment. I know it's 12 a.m., but we still got to do it. Looks
Cult
amazing.
of the Lamb, August 11th. Looks awesome.
The Plucky Squire?
So there are only 4 games shown in Devolver. Plucky Squire was something we did not know about at all.
Gosh.
Think of the levels in Super Mario Odyssey, where it goes from 2D and you're playing old school retro Mario, like on the side of a building and stuff. But the whole game is that. And like it starts with you're playing in a storybook and it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like if that was the whole game, I'm in. And then the characters go to the edge of the page. Then they walk out and they're full 3D models walking around at a desk, and you can hop into a mug and play a mug level in there and just like explore the room you were in.
Think of it like you're in Andy's room in Toy Story.
Yes. But drawings come to life instead of toys.
I seriously, the Plucky Squire. Kyle, you saw my reaction. I was dumbfounded. I'm like, video games are awesome.
That's a get for Devolver too.
Wow.
That is totally different from a lot of their stuff, and it is
breathtaking.
Pretty good. Can't wait to play that at PAX next year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. That said, Kyle, before we talk about our thoughts on where we're grading this show, because everything has to be a grade, everything has to be a scale from 1 to 10, A to B, C to D, F, all that stuff. I want to know, or sorry, I want to actually read out, and let me actually type this out here so I make sure I got everything right. I'm calculating the tally of non-bang to real bangers.
Okay.
All right, bangers with the ER.
Uh-huh.
We have 16 non-bangers on this list. And we have, technically, 16 bangers. And even bang.
Oh, okay.
But Last of Us, do we count as one or do we count as three? Because those are 3 announcements.
Oh.
But it is for one game.
I would say that segment.
So just one.
It's just one.
You're being really fair. So then it's 17 to 16.
Yeah.
All right.
Still plenty to be happy about.
That's a lot to be happy about. Again, you walk away with 3-4 games. That's a decent show.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, I asked on Twitter. Everybody's very rational there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But I said right immediately after the show left, how would you grade the Summer Game Fest Showcase? All right, let's do this. 7%, A+, awesome.
7?
7%.
Okay.
33%, B+. 43%, C+, was mediocre.
Okay.
17%, F, bad.
Whew. That's harsh.
That's, ooh, okay. All right, well, listen. Who knows? Kyle?
I had The Last of Us Part 1 at the end.
It's a remake. I'm not buying it.
Okay, sure. The Last of Us show. Talks of the multiplayer.
TV. You think I watch TV? You think I could afford HBO Max in this economy? Come on, forget about it. Kyle, where are we rating this show?
I am trying to be logical here.
Okay.
I think it flew by. I wasn't checking my clock at all. I was having a great time. The games that we got deep dives in, I dug a whole lot. Mm-hmm. And that was, I think, the main reason to watch this. I would give this, I'll give a letter grade and then a number grade.
Go for it.
I would give this a B+.
Okay.
I'd give it a 87.
Oh, wow. Okay, a scale of 1 to 100. Kyle, you're not messing around here.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to say B+ too.
Yeah.
I thought this was a good showcase. I think when I walked out of it, I was like, this is a C. But then, like, us going over it, I think me watching it again, I was like, actually, there's a lot more here than I'm letting on. Mm-hmm. And it actually was pretty well paced as well.
Yeah.
All things considered, it's almost a 2-hour show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually going to say it's a B+. I think this is an 85. I think you pass. I think could it have been better? Absolutely. Show me God of War. Where is it? But that's not on Jeff's part. I think he gave us what we should maybe expect from Summer Games Fest, where it's just like, listen, Ubisoft's great, Xbox great, PlayStation, Nintendo, that's great. They'll be here in some shape or form, but let's show some AAA games. Let's show some games that would be looked maybe or passed up maybe, mm-hmm. right? Let's show some medium tier or up and coming publishers and what they're working on as well.
And I also love it as like, here's an update of things we showed off at the Game Awards.
Yeah. So I'm going to say it was an 85. And again, the internet's a little crazy and bonkers, so they're maybe not the best place to kind of see where things lie. But honestly, at the end of the day, I thought this was a solid showcase, and I hope Geoff takes the right lessons from this. And just keeps building it. But before we head on out, there is one question. You know, again, we talk on this week's Beyond. What is gonna be? So that's required listening, y'all. Go head over to IGN.
Please do.
Because we talked about, like, is this the E3 killer? I don't think so.
I think in its current state this year, yeah, I don't think so yet.
But do I think it has opportunity to? Yes. I think if next year they do have a way to build a live event,
yep,
and rival E3, they can do something that it feels, I think, more grounded and more gamer-centric rather than consumer-centric, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. I know consumers, gamers, one-to-one, but like, I feel like there is there is a real culture of respect to the industry here, more than just selling you stuff, because they are selling you stuff. But like Glenn Schofield literally said on stage, listen, you're an advocate. You love this stuff. I've known you for 16 years. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
I think the Summer Game Fest awards games like Callisto Protocol a place to breathe where I don't think E3 would.
I think people's mindset at the ESA and E3 and people that show off their games there are all about the bottom line dollar.
Yeah.
Let's get as many eyes on it so people buy it. I feel like what Summer Game Fest and Geoff does really well is just like, hey, look at this cool game. Here's a game I think is cool.
Yeah.
Like, you think of last year when he joked about getting out of gamer prison when he showed off Elden Ring. Right? Like, that was a cool moment, and that's because he cares and he wants to show off a cool game. He's not like Bandai Namco was not paying him money on the back end, right? Like,
or hell, maybe they were. I don't know how
maybe they were, but still, but like, it came from a good place. It didn't come from like, give me money, then I'll show your game. No,
exactly. Yeah, I think it's a business, but it doesn't forget that it has a heart still.
Absolutely. I
think that's the key takeaway.
Yeah.
That said, that's our reactions of the Summer's Game Fest. Kyle, I do want to give myself a little bit of a pat on the back, because
go for it.
You haven't seen what I've been doing on the back end. I'm really proud of it. I've been hosting this show, and I've done a pretty good job of also producing on the back end of like,
hell yeah, dude,
putting clips in. So like while you're talking, I'm like, okay, here's where like neon whatever is. It's like, bam, here.
Nice.
It's really good. Like the video version, y'all. Come on, patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. Okay. $1, you get to see the video version of our reactions.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You know, busting my butt this episode.
Very cool. Very cool.
Kyle, that's it though. There's no Sony Pony Express. There's no Prepare the Drop. There's no cool segments. That comes later. Next week, on Thursday of next week, we're back to business as usual. Unless PlayStation drops another State of Play.
However.
What's that?
You can catch us on Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, Capcom Showcase.
All right.
Twitch.tv/PS Trophy Room. We're going to react to it. A new RE4 news and footage. Some Monster Hunter Sunbreak. See how high that's going to score and ruin Sean and Ryan.
I heard it's 94.
Hey, guess who also has The Last of Us Part 1? Ooh, that'd be us.
That's us. That's us right here. And with that, Kyle, listen, let's head on out of here.
Yeah.
It's almost 1:00.
It's officially Friday.
Yeah. Gotta get down. Kyle, is there anything you'd like to spotlight before you head on out of here?
Yeah, myself, Mr. K-Step. Check out 61 Indie on all socials, SIXONEINDIE. Saturday is our mega indie showcase live react. Probably a good 5 hours of straight live reacting. We got Guerrilla Collective, Wholesome Games, Future Game Fest. I think Glitch has one. Awesome. They're all awesome, and I'm excited to do it. But yeah, go if you find yourself bored on a Saturday, go check us over out on Twitch and catch the next indie that you're gonna fall in love with.
Ooh-wee,
guarantee it.
Ooh-wee. Men's Warehouse? Ooh, all right.
Yeah. That guy's no longer there. I can take it.
You're right. Patent pending. We'll trademark it if they're not. And hey, listen, thank you all so much for tuning in. You can find this show over at PS Trophy Room on Twitter. And you can find the show wherever you find your podcast service of choice. Make sure you're subscribed or you're following. And if you really, really like what you heard, please, please, please hit us with a 5-star review on either Apple Podcasts, Spotify, both, Google Play, wherever you find your podcast service of choice. You can find the show there. Please rate us. It really does help. It grows this big, beautiful family that we call home here at the Trophy Room. And if you haven't yet, and you like what you heard, and you really want to support us, go over to patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. If you have the funds, toss us $1 our way. We got some big dreams this year, working on a lot of big stuff, and we can only do it with your generosity, with your support. So thank you all so much, who have in the past, currently are, and in the future as well. And you can find me over at Mr. Badbit on Twitter, where sometimes I post interesting things. So with all that said, and with all that out of the way, everybody, keep your wits about you. Keep hunting. And keep playing PlayStation. See you guys.
Bye.